My name is Elena. I live with my mom. My dad left us when I was a baby. He never came back. My mom never says why. I asked once. She just said, "It's better not to talk about him." I never asked again. I go to work. I serve coffee. I clean tables. I do the same things every day. Same hours, same people, same words. Good morning. What would you like? Here is your change. Nothing more. No friends. No plans. No love. I don't need it. I don't want it. People go away. That's what they do. First my father, then a friend from school, then my cousin. They all left. Some moved. Some just stopped talking. I learned to stop caring. So I decided something. No more hope. No more feelings. If people don't stay, why let them in? One day a man comes into the cafe. He looks new, but I don't ask. I take his order. Just coffee, no sugar, no words. He pays. Then he leaves, just like everyone else. But the next day, he comes back. Same coffee, same time, still quiet. Then, the next day, again. Why? He doesn't smile. He doesn't talk. But he comes again, and again, and again. I don't understand. Most people don't come 3 days in a row. Why is he here? Maybe it means nothing. Maybe he just likes the coffee. Or maybe. No. It can't be, right? I tell myself it doesn't matter. But something feels strange. Not bad. Just different. And for the first time in a long time, I ask myself a question I don't like. What if he comes back again tomorrow? He comes again. Same man, same coffee, no sugar, no words. Day 4. Day 5. Day 6. He looks at the menu, but he never changes the order. He never says anything extra. Just coffee. He pays. He sits. He leaves. Why? I think. Maybe he's just quiet. But quiet people don't come back every day. Not to the same place. Not at the same time. Not like this. I try not to think about it, but I do. I ask myself, is he watching me? Then I think, no, he never looks at me. Then I think, maybe that's the trick. I laugh inside a little, but also I feel nervous. I don't know why. One morning I get to the cafe. He is already there. He looks at me. He says, "Hi." That's it, just one word. But it stays in my head all day. Hi. Why now? The next day he says it again. Hi. I say nothing, but I hear it, and I remember it. The next day, there is a note on the counter. It says, "For you." Next to it, there is a small chocolate bar. No name, no message, just that. Is it from him? I don't ask. I don't say thank you. I don't eat it, but I don't throw it away. The next day, he says nothing. He just drinks his coffee like before. And now I don't understand anything. If he wants to talk, why doesn't he? If he doesn't want to talk, why come back? Why do I care? I never cared before. This is not part of the plan. Something is changing. And I don't know how to stop it. He keeps coming every morning. Same time, same coffee, no sugar, still quiet. But now he says hi every time. And I say hi back. At first only one word, then 2, then maybe 3. One day he says, "Busy morning." I say, "Always." Then silence. Next day he says, "You like working here?" I say, "It's okay." Then silence again. It's nothing big, just small words. But they stay in my head. I think about them when I walk home, when I cook dinner, even before I sleep. Why? I don't know. One day, he leaves a book on the counter. No note, just a book. I don't touch it, not at first, but I keep looking at it. The next day, he says, "I thought you might like it." I ask, "How do you know I like books?" He says, "You always have one near the register." I didn't know. He noticed. I take the book. I read it. I don't tell him. But the next day, I leave a small note inside it. Just 2 words. "Thank you." He doesn't say anything about it. But the next day, he brings another book. Now I start waiting for him. I don't plan it. I just do it. I wake up early. I check the time. I stand near the counter when it's almost time for him to walk in. And when he does, something feels right. But I don't tell him that. I don't tell anyone. Then one day he doesn't come. I think maybe he's busy. But he doesn't come the next day either. Or the next. I don't ask anyone. I pretend I don't care. But inside, everything feels heavy. After 4 days, he returns. He says, "Sorry, I had to go out of town." That's all. No more explanation. But I'm not angry. I'm just surprised. And maybe a little scared. Because while he was gone, I noticed something. I missed him. Not the coffee, not the books. Him. I think, this is not good. This is not safe. Because what if he disappears again? What if this is all just temporary? But I don't push him away. Not yet. Instead, I wait again. The next day, and the next. And the next. Because now I want to see what happens. Even if I don't know how to protect myself. Even if my heart is not ready. Everything is going well. He comes every day. We talk a little more each time. Now we laugh. Sometimes, we even talk for 5 or 10 minutes. He tells me about his sister, about music, about growing up. I tell him about my mom, about books, about not trusting people. He listens. I listen. It feels easy, safe. I start to think maybe I was wrong. Maybe not all people leave. Then it happens. It's a Saturday, a quiet morning. I don't expect anything different. I look at the door. He walks in, but he's not alone. There's a woman with him. She walks close to him. She smiles at him. She says something in his ear. He laughs. They sit at the same table, the table where we always talk. He doesn't look at me. He doesn't say hi. He just sits with her. I feel cold, confused. I take their order. He says, "Thanks, but nothing else." She looks at me, then looks at him, then back at me. I don't say anything. I finish my shift. I go home. I don't eat dinner. I don't read. I just think, who is she? Why didn't he say anything? Why did he bring her here? Was I wrong the whole time? Did I believe something that wasn't real? The next day, he doesn't come. Or the day after that. Or the next. And now the cafe feels empty again. Not because it's quiet, but because something is missing. I remember everything he said. Trust takes time. I like our mornings. You're easy to talk to. Were those just words? I start to feel like the old me again. No hope, no plans, no heart. I think, this is why I don't open the door. Because when I do, it always ends the same way. And this time, it hurts more than before. 3 days. No sign of him. I try to focus. I try to go back to normal. But I can't. Everything feels heavy again. Like before. I tell myself, it's okay. I knew this would happen. But I don't believe it. On the 4th day, he walks in, alone. He comes to the counter. I say nothing. I just wait. He looks at me and says, "Can we talk?" I don't answer, but I don't walk away either. He says, "The woman with me that day was my sister." I still don't speak. He continues, She came to visit me. She was only here for one day. That's why I brought her to the cafe. I wanted her to see the place I always talk about. Now I look at him. He says, I talk about you. I say, you didn't say anything. You didn't even say hi. He nods. I was nervous. I thought maybe it would look strange. I didn't want to ruin anything. I ask, why come back now? He says, because I didn't want to leave things like that. I thought you'd be mad, but I hoped maybe you would listen. Then he takes something out of his pocket. It's the first book he gave me, the one with my small note inside. Thank you. He says, I kept it. Now I feel something different. Not pain, not anger. Something warmer. I ask, why do you care so much? He smiles. Because I don't want to disappear from your life. I don't know what to say, but I don't need to say anything. He says, can I come back tomorrow? I wait 1 second, then I say, yes. He comes back the next day. Same time, same coffee, no sugar. This time, I smile first. We talk. Not about what happened, not about his sister. We talk about simple things. Music, books, rain, dreams. Now it feels easy again, but also new, like something better is starting. 1 week passes, then another. He comes every day. Sometimes we stay after work. We sit at a small table. We talk more. One evening, I tell him something I never said before. I used to think people always leave. He doesn't laugh. He doesn't ask why. He just says, I'm still here. That means more than anything. Another day he says, you smile more now. I say, I feel more now. He says, that's good. One weekend I meet his sister again. She smiles. She says, I told him not to mess it up. I laugh. I can't believe I'm laughing. Again. Like this. He meets my mom. They talk for a long time. Afterward, she says, he's nice. I can see you like him. I say, yes, I do. And it's true. I like him. I trust him. Not fast, not all at once, but enough. And that's a lot for someone like me. One night I sit with him and say, I used to be afraid to feel anything, but now I don't want to go back. He says, you don't have to. And I believe him, because now I know something I didn't before. Not all people leave. Some come, some stay, some change your life. He didn't come with big words. He didn't try to break my walls. He just stayed. That was enough. And it opened something I thought was closed forever. My heart. And now, I don't want to close it again. Sometimes we close our hearts to protect ourselves. We think it is safer to feel nothing. We say, if I don't care, I can't be hurt. But that is not true. When we close our hearts, we also close the door to good things, kindness, friendship, love. I learned that not everyone leaves. Some people stay. Some people care. But we can't see them if we always look away. It's okay to feel afraid. It's okay to move slow. But it's not okay to give up on connection. Even a small hello can change everything. Even a quiet person can bring light. So now I tell myself something new. Don't run, don't hide. Let people in, little by little. Because when we open our hearts, we start to live.